Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here. Again, been a moment. I have been down south. Some of you might have seen a video here or there. It's very hot. Mosquitoes are always there to remind you, forget. I was down to see my brother who had fallen ill. And I stayed there for maybe about a few days. And then I come back to Minnesota. And I find out that 2 days or 3 days after I'm back, I have COVID. I have COVID, my wife have COVID, and one of my daughters have COVID. And the amazing thing is that it took us at a very, very bad time. A time when my brother, since I've been back, has passed. And I'm not in the healthy position to go to the funeral. But I got a chance to spend some time with him. It was a wonderful time. I mean, it was some of the most wonderful time we've ever had. Even though he was ailing, it was real. And I'm thinking of this, ladies and gentlemen, because we know that everywhere people are being born, coming into this world. We know that everywhere people are dying, getting out of this world, coming into this world usually because of some joyous pleasure. But leaving this world sometimes has nothing to do with joyousness. It has to do with pain and suffering. And then you think about the things that happen between the time you're born and the time you die. You know what mostly every individual wants during that time. They want to be fulfilled. They want to be satisfied. They want to feel, we don't know how we got here, but thank something, someone, or anything that we were and we are. And give thanks. But for some strange reason, that joy, that satisfaction that everybody's seeking, it seems to hide from them. They can walk down the street and it says peace, see them coming and running and hide. Prosperity and freedom, see them coming and run and hide from them. The joy and happiness that everyone desires, see them coming and running and hiding. And that dream being fulfilled, oh, few people get a chance to experience it, but most don't. And for me, I don't know if everybody wonder why, or I don't even know if it matters to everyone. But to me, it seems like it equates humanity, we as human beings. When I see the conduct of we as human beings reflected through the media sources and what you can see, it kind of lines up with wild animals in the wilderness, the wildebeest, the lions and tigers that are out there eating each other up for food. And then it hits me. That's what we're doing. Everybody is looking at achieving, acquiring for survival. And they have not yet determined how to do that in such a way that everybody can be satisfied. And so they are just as wild as those animals out there, still trying to achieve and accomplish by destroying others. I remember, many of you don't know this, but years ago when I was a young man, late 30s and maybe 40s, I ran for president of the United States. I ran for president of the United States because I had a vision of how we could all achieve these kinds of things. And I was so happy, I was so excited about it. When I ran, I didn't try to run as a Republican. I didn't want to run as a Democrat. I wanted to run as just a citizen who had an action plan. And so, you know, the process doesn't work like that. You got to go out and raise some money. You got to play the game. And I refused to play the game. So I asked people, and I felt it was really appropriate, if you can get your dream come true, nobody got to pay you to do something to get your dreams come true. Or if you've given the information, will you do what is necessary to make your dreams come true? And the American people did not do what was necessary to make their dreams come true. In other words, I was like a straw. I wasn't even in the wind. I was lost somewhere in a ditch. And so when I was hoping that people would be so happy, they would get on the phones and tell their relatives, they'd call their churches and they'd tell their associations that God had answered them. No, that didn't happen at all. That didn't happen at all. And so I had to say that the American people didn't want it. And the one reason that I can feel comfortable with that statement is because In later years, probably 20 years or so, another man ran for president of the United States. He didn't mind raising money. He said he had billions of dollars. He was going to pay most of his campaign himself. But what he said, he wasn't about peace and prosperity and harmony. He was about pain and suffering and cascading that to others in the name of freedom for a different group. And people came out in droves by the millions. They wanted it. They wanted it so bad till the next term he got a chance to run again, excuse me. More people didn't want him. But as many as, millions still wanted him. And they wanted him so bad they were willing to lie. They were willing to cheat. They were willing to steal. They were willing to do anything to stay in. And that's why they wanted him. Because he was just like they are. So Donald Trump is really just like the American people. American people and Donald, not all American people. Many of the American people. The thing of it is that those who are not like Donald Trump and his group are not that much better. Because every day you see pain and suffering, Democrat pain and suffering, Republican pain and suffering. Everybody got these problems. People are coming into the earth born, people are leaving this earth dying, and nothing is changing. I wonder sometimes, when are we blessed? When we are born or when we're dying? When are we blessed? That's the thought I thought I'd leave with you. Thank you.